Yes, good morning or good afternoon to you all from Thailand. Hi, nice to see you again. And today I want to show you the stock, the numbers of the stock, and the potential of Barrick Gold for the future. It is in my portfolio that I founded on 1st January 2023. And here I will show you the look, how was the development until today. So I started with 100,000 euro. Now the profit is at a little bit more than 5,000 at the moment. 22,000 euro is still cash and the rest is invested. And today there will be the stock of Barrick Gold that I show you. And the last videos was Anheuser Busch and Alphabet. And now let's start with Barrick Gold. Yeah, so here we go. As the stock is traded in US dollar on New York Stock Exchange. The price is 19.1 US dollar at the moment. And the last year, 2021, 22 is still not finished. We still not have the numbers, but I'm thinking soon. So we have had a revenue from nearly 12 billion and a profit of 4.2 billion. So that is a very, very good relation. This means Barrick Gold have a very good margin at the moment of 53%, the EBITDA margin, the EBIT margin. And this means if the gold price will getting lower, they still will be able to make profits because the margin is quite high. Another positive thing on this company is the debt of the company. So the equity ratio is just nearly at 17%. So this means the total equity is 32 billion and the debt is just 5.4 billions of debt. And if we look at the cash is also 5.3 billion. So the debt and the cash is nearly the same. So we can say Barrick Gold has a really good financing situation. And even the cash is the same high, same the complete debt of the company. So that is really, really good, especially in times when the interest rates are going up more and more. So another thing is the valuation because it's also not too high at the moment. We have the total equity of 32 billion. So this is the real value of the company from the balance sheet. And if you look the market cap, the price that we pay on stock exchange for this company at the moment is 33 billion. So this is really, really seldom that the market cap is not higher than the total equity of the company. So this means the valuation is still absolutely okay. And another side is the side to the free cash flow compared to the 33 billion of the market cap at the moment. And here we see that the year 2021, they had a free cash flow where the more money comes in that goes out from 2.1 billion. And 2020, the year before, the free cash flow was 3.55 billion. So if I compare this with the market cap to 33 billion, so the cash flow 2020 was more than 10% of the market cap. So that's a really, really a great situation and a good evaluation for the stock. But we see the earnings per share went down the last 3 years. It came down from a profit from $2.25 to $1.13 in the last year. And now we also see that the analyst expectations is quite low for the current year. So it's just 0.88 US dollar. So what means a price earning ratio compared to the stock price of 19, slightly over 20, a price earning from slightly over 20. So the average price earning ratio for Barrick Gold was in the past around 20. So we can see at the moment Barrick Gold is a fair valued stock. Another thing, or the last thing that is also positive to tell you is the debt situation, because we see the year 2015 we had an equity ratio of 105%. This was much more over today. So we see this, the total equity was 9.4 billion. The debt was 9.96, as nearly 10 billion. And this declined over the last years more and more. So they paid back the debt. They also got some fresh money. They bring out new shares. So this is never so good for the shareholders, but they put this money in to pay back the debt. So that's not too bad. So that also happens. So the strength of the balance sheet is better than ever in the history of the company now. And so we should look at the stock price maybe. This would be a good thing. So, and the question is, Barrick Gold, a sleeping giant at the moment from the potential what we see. And these are the prices in CAN dollar, not in US dollar. So the highest price, because the home is Toronto Stock Exchange. And so the highest price was around 53 CAN dollar. The lowest price 2016 was 9 CAN dollar. Oh, wow, 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 wow. And the current price is around 22, 23, 24 CAN dollar. So now you think how this stock can be so volatile. And this is very easy to explain, because the producing costs for get 1 ounce of gold from the earth, they are very stable. At the moment, they are at 1,000 US dollar, and for Barrick Gold around that. And I can make an example. If the gold price would be at 1,400 per ounce, the profit would be 400 US dollar for Barrick Gold. But at the moment, the price per ounce is 1,800 US dollar. So if I have a production cost from 1,000, then my profit is not 400 US dollar. My profit would be then 800 US dollar. So if the gold price goes up from 1,4 to 1,8, the profit of Barrick Gold would double in the same time. And this is why we see this leverage. This is also why we see this way down from 52 to 9, because in this time after 2011, the gold price was nearly at 2,000 US dollar, and the deep of the gold price was around 1,000 US dollar. I think it never went under 1,000, but we really had a halving of the price, and the stock fell 80%. And we see in the past it went up from 9 US dollar to nearly 40 CAN dollar, sorry, Canadian dollar, nearly 40 CAN dollar again. So this is the leverage. This is the leverage, and this is also why I like gold stocks, and I not like only the direct investment in gold, because of the leverage. So if really the gold price will go up from, now we are at 1,880 today, if it goes up to 2,500 or 3,000 US dollar, then the profit will explode of Barrick Gold, and the stock will become a rocket. And I think we will see then much, much, much more higher prices, because it's not only the leverage that brings the stock up, it's also the story and the momentum and the euphoric of the Mr. Market. So if there will be the music in the gold market again, many investors will come back to gold stocks and push them much more than now, because now, yes, it's a sleeping giant, because the gold market is sleeping. As we see, the stock prices are sleeping, but we need something. We need the initial case, the initial facts that brings the gold price higher. This can be the inflation that we saw in the last time that came up so hard because the difference between gold, and I call gold the real money, and the US dollar is a paper money. This is everything comes down to the real value, to the real price. And the paper money will come to zero in the end because it's nothing worth. It's just that what they sign on it, yeah, 100 US dollar. But the question is, what can you buy for it? And the ounce of gold is since 100s of 1000s of year the same. So per ounce, you also always have the money for buy something nice, like a nice suit or whatever. So the real money, the gold, is the real money. Never loses the power of buying. Never loses the buying power. No? It is volatile if you compare to the paper money, but in the end it cannot lose. And this is the big benefit of the gold, because all the paper money is coming back to zero. If we see the gold price on the long run, we had in the US in the 70 years after the Vietnam War, we had a price per ounce of 35 US dollars. Only now we have 1,880, and they couldn't keep. They had a guarantee to change 35 US dollars to an ounce of gold, and they couldn't keep it because they felt, oh, it's really too much paper money in the world, and an ounce is much more worth. And then from 73 to 1980, the gold price went up from 35 US dollar until more than 800 US dollar in 7 years. So this was a really great explosion. And I don't want to say that here will happen the same over the next 10 years with the gold price, but there is a good chance that the gold price will grow up in the future massively. So that's why I bought Barrick Gold in my portfolio. And yeah, I hope you had fun with my video and you enjoyed it. I don't give any advice for you to buy or sell stocks or anything. I just do it for myself and talk about it, why I do it, and what are my expectations on the future. But I don't know the future, and everything, all my expectations can be very wrong. So I don't know. But anyway, I hope you had a good time with my video. Tomorrow I will show you the next gold mine stock. It's called Minas de Buenaventura, the mine of Good Hope. It's a Peruvian gold mine. It's much more smaller than Barrick Gold. It's much more cheaper than Barrick Gold. And it's family owned, so it's very hot stock. And Peru is really not an easy country. There are many conflicts, political, and so it's a really hot stock then. But if you will see the numbers, I think you can also follow my mind why I bought this stock, because it's also a good quality. The company has a good quality, and it's a really cheap stock. But the next video, you will see more about that. Thank you for now. Have a good day and enjoy your life. Bye bye.